Archangel Michael says, a fire is being lit around the one who whispered lies in dark corners, hoping your reputation would crumble. They plotted behind your back, crafting stories, hoping the crowd would turn against you. But heaven is not asleep. What was done in secret is about to be shouted on rooftops. There was a time when you felt confused, alone, and betrayed. You couldn't understand why people were distancing themselves or giving you cold stares. The storm you couldn't see came from a mouth full of venom, not truth. That person is someone you once trusted deeply, someone you would have defended without hesitation. They wore a mask of kindness in front of you, but beneath it was a shadow feeding on jealousy. Their goal wasn't just to ruin a moment, it was to damage your very name. But the angels were watching silently, gathering every word, every manipulation, every setup they tried. And now, in the timing of God, the truth will erupt like thunder. The one who tried to bury your worth is about to be buried in their own lies. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They never expected that the light they tried to dim would shine even brighter. They didn't know the trials they sent would build your throne. What they called the end for you was only a divine beginning. Archangel Michael says, there is a page turning in your story, and it carries justice. You won't have to raise your voice or seek revenge. The people who believe the lies will now question everything. One by one, they will remember your heart, your integrity, and the way you stayed silent when you could have screamed. Your silence was golden, it made room for heaven's loud answer. The person who smeared your name is about to face a flood they can't stop. Type Amen to get blessing 464. Your peace was targeted. They knew how powerful your presence was, so they had to invent a reason to bring you down. They played victim while painting you the villain. They never thought their messages would be exposed. They never thought someone would speak up. But now, the same circle that mocked you will be shocked when the hidden truth comes to light. The friend who turned into a traitor is about to be exposed without your hands touching anything. Divine exposure is harsher than human revenge. This exposure will feel like thunder falling on their reputation. Type Amen to get blessing 525. They gossiped. They lied. They twisted events to make themselves look like the one hurt. But that time is ending now. A recording, a screenshot, a witness, something they cannot erase is coming to the surface. That proof will flip everything they built on falsehood. And you won't have to do anything but keep walking forward. Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into vindication that comes from heaven's courtroom. Every tear you cried when people doubted you will now be replaced with joy. The one who pushed you out is about to be removed from the very space they thought they owned. Type Amen to get blessing 777. This isn't karma. This is justice. This is divine order unfolding. Their mask is slipping, and they can't stop it anymore. People will suddenly start distancing themselves from that person, not because of gossip, but because their true character will come forward. Their words will be tangled. Their fake smiles will tremble. And they will feel what it's like to stand in the same fire they lit for you. When you wanted to scream, you stayed silent. When you wanted to fight, you knelt and waited. That patience is now about to be rewarded beyond what you imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 848. The person who twisted your words, who tried to poison your image, will now face their own story turned against them. The snake will shed its skin and be seen for what it truly is. The people who laughed with them will begin to walk away in silence. It will not be loud. It will not be dramatic. But it will be undeniable. They will realize too late that the lies didn't harm you, they only exposed the liar. And as they fall, you will rise. Not with pride, but with peace. Not with revenge, but with reassurance that heaven saw it all. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Some people lied so confidently, thinking their charm would protect them forever. But the charm has worn off, and now reality is setting in. The same lips that betrayed you are trembling under pressure. Messages are being forwarded. Screenshots are being found. Witnesses are finally brave enough to speak. And the one who tried to drag your name through dirt is about to feel the weight of everything they said. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the war they started with whispers will end with thunder from above. And no apology will undo what they've lost. That's what happens when someone touches a chosen one. Type Amen to get blessing 939. They said you were fake. They called you dramatic. They said you overreacted. And yet, they were the ones with the plot, the lies, and the manipulation. But what is done in the dark will always come to light. And your moment is now. You are not just being defended, you are being promoted in front of the same people who tried to discredit you. Their plans are collapsing. Their supporters are vanishing. And you, the one who stayed pure, are walking into honor. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. You won't need to explain your side. You won't have to tell your story. The truth will speak for itself and it will roar. Their games, their fake tears, their carefully planned scenes, all of it is falling apart. Because the power of God does not stand with deception. And that person is about to see what happens when you falsely accuse someone protected by divine light. Archangel Michael says, your dignity was preserved even in the silence. You were never alone. Every moment you felt misunderstood was recorded in heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Now your name is being cleansed. Your image is being lifted. And your journey is about to take a turn they never saw coming. They'll see you in rooms they thought you'd never enter. They'll hear your name on lips they thought they'd manipulated. And they'll watch, silently, as blessings rain upon you. That's what happens when you walk with God and stay silent in the storm. That's what happens when you trust the higher plan. Your breakthrough is not delayed, it is designed perfectly. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. You were never meant to prove them wrong. You were meant to prove that grace, silence, and truth win. And that time has come. The people who believed the lies will be the first to apologize. The doors that closed because of slander are swinging open again. And the person who tried to cancel you will feel what it's like to be corrected by heaven. They'll hear your name and feel shame. They'll remember your kindness and feel regret. And they'll wish they never touched your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. This is not the end, it is a beginning of new clarity. You are not just restored, you are upgraded. Your name is glowing now. Their slander gave you scars, but those scars carry a story of survival and strength. You did not crumble. You were planted. And now, you rise stronger. Let them whisper. Let them watch. Because this elevation is not from man, it is from the divine. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. There is an energy shift happening now. Your name is being lifted into places of honor. And no lie can stop what's already been written. The truth is louder than anything they said. And the crowd that turned against you will now listen carefully to what you have to say. The very people who ignored you are now searching for your light. You didn't lose. You were just being hidden for the right reveal. And that moment has come. Type Amen to get blessing 6262. Archangel Michael says, keep your peace. Stay grounded. Because heaven is handling what your heart couldn't. This battle is no longer yours, it never was. You were being protected while the war was fought in secret. Now, the results are showing publicly. Your light has returned stronger. Your joy is coming back. And the person who tried to destroy you is being replaced. Type Amen to get blessing 7070. Let them face what they created. Let them explain the things they once accused you of. Because everything has reversed. The snake has no more hiding place. The crowd has turned around. And you, the one who was once mocked, will now be admired. Your season of vindication is here. The crown is being placed on the right head. And that head is yours. Type Amen to get blessing 8000. Stay ready. Stay calm. Because what's coming next will leave even your enemies speechless. You will be invited. You will be celebrated. And nothing will be able to attach your name to shame again. This was never about destruction. This was about purification. And now, your purpose shines brighter than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. Their energy is crumbling, and the illusions they cast around your name are dissolving one by one. People who were once convinced by their lies are beginning to sense the truth without anyone explaining it. That uneasy feeling they carry is not guilt, it's exposure. Some will pretend they didn't take sides. Others will apologize and claim they didn't know better. But you will remember who stayed silent, who distanced themselves, and who stood with falsehood while you were under fire. Their downfall won't be loud, but it will be complete. One by one, the pieces of their false image are cracking in public places. They cannot hold it together anymore, because God's hand is lifting the veil. Type Amen to get blessing 6565. Archangel Michael says, you were never meant to fight them, you were meant to outlast them. And now, your endurance is bearing fruit. What they thought was weakness in you was really spiritual strength. You held your head high when they wanted you to lower it in shame. You didn't beg for approval when people turned their backs. Instead, you allowed the storm to pass while God redirected your path. And now look. The same people who questioned your truth are witnessing your favor. The atmosphere is shifting, and your name is now being whispered in admiration. They tried to delete your name from good spaces, but heaven rewrote it in gold. Type Amen to get blessing 4545. Their lies traveled far, but not far enough to stop God. Now those very lies are being used as evidence against them. You don't need a defense, heaven has already declared you innocent. The whispering they did behind screens and over late calls is being brought to light. A chain of messages they thought were deleted still exist. The one they confided in is no longer silent. This person will come face to face with the destruction they tried to cause. And not only will they be exposed, they will be abandoned by the same people they convinced to turn against you. Type Amen to get blessing 9090. This is divine harvest season, and you are reaping what you sowed: truth, love, and strength. The one who tried to destroy your character will reap every drop of deceit they poured out. No spell of charm can cover the cracks anymore. They built a stage to watch you fall, but now they're standing on it alone, spotlighted by truth. Their expressions will change, their eyes will flicker with regret, but it will be too late. You are being called forward now, not to fight, but to be recognized. Not to explain, but to be elevated. And the tables have turned. Type Amen to get blessing 7878. The pain you carried in silence was not wasted. Every ache in your spirit was recorded, every injustice noted. And now, the floodgates of restoration are opening without permission. It's not just their lies that are being revealed, it's the motives behind them. The jealousy, the envy, the quiet competition, they are all rising to the surface now. And the narrative is shifting. People will see it. People will speak it. And most importantly, people will believe you now, not because you proved anything, but because the truth cannot be hidden forever. Type Amen to get blessing 4949. You don't have to seek revenge, because their punishment is already unfolding. The discomfort they feel in public, the shame in their voice, the nervous glances, they're all signs that the truth is chasing them faster than they can run. Your peace is a threat to them now. Your silence is louder than their accusations. And your strength has become their mirror, they can't look at you without seeing who they pretended to be. Archangel Michael says, "Rejoice quietly, for the sword of justice has fallen. And your name is being restored to higher places than you ever imagined." Type Amen to get blessing 3636. From this day forward, let your steps be confident. You are walking in vindication. You are walking in favor. And those who tried to destroy your name will now live with the echo of your rise. They plotted to take your peace, your reputation, your opportunities. But they forgot one thing: your name is protected by the heavens. No matter what they tried, they couldn't take what was never theirs to begin with. You're going to receive unexpected messages, calls from people who once doubted you. They'll want to return. They'll want to reconnect. But not all of them deserve access to the new you. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. Keep your circle tight. Keep your spirit clean. Because elevation is not just about what you gain, it's also about what you leave behind. This season will require you to smile and walk past those who once betrayed you. Not because you're arrogant, but because you're aligned with something higher. And your peace is too expensive to entertain old chaos. You will notice a strange shift, opportunities that were delayed suddenly opening up. Doors that were closed due to rumors are now wide open. And they will wonder how, after everything, you still rose. Type Amen to get blessing 8181. They forgot that lies have expiration dates. They thought the world would never know what they did. But the expiration has come. The mask is falling. The truth is marching forward. And your name is being repaired, not privately, but in full view of the same ones who believed false stories. They will feel the weight of every step they took against you. Not because of karma, but because heaven has a way of making examples out of those who harm the innocent. And your life will now serve as a divine lesson. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. The smear campaign is over. The attempt to destroy your character has failed. And what is left is a story that will inspire many. You are proof that you don't need to fight back to win. You are proof that truth always survives. And you are walking proof that what's meant for you cannot be erased by lies. Your glow now is divine. Your walk is anointed. And no mouth formed against you shall ever succeed again. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. They will hear your name and remember their shame. They will see your face and feel the weight of their own dishonesty. And they will wish they had never dared to touch your name. Because you, chosen one, are not just surviving, you are rising with purpose. The battle was never about your image, it was about silencing your light. But they failed. And now, that light is glowing so brightly it can no longer be denied. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You are being invited into rooms where only the truth can enter. You are being restored in places where you were once rejected. And every person who walked away will now be forced to watch your glow from a distance. Forgive, but don't forget the lesson. Release the pain, but carry the wisdom. For this next season requires maturity, clarity, and strength. Archangel Michael says, heaven has removed the blockages. You are being escorted forward by angelic forces. And nothing, no lie, no slander, no betrayal can stop what's already unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 10,000. They will walk into spaces and hear your name honored by those they tried to turn against you. Their stomachs will churn with realization, the one they labeled as the villain is now being praised as the victor. And there's no way to undo what heaven has now written in permanent ink. You don't need to confront them. You don't need to correct them. The situation itself has become the loudest proof. Their support system is crumbling. Their lies are weighing heavier every day. And the silence of those who once clapped with them has turned into deep suspicion. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You, on the other hand, are about to step into a season of celebration. Not because you sought revenge, but because you kept your heart clean when it would have been easier to dirty it. That's why divine elevation has found you. People are watching you now, not with judgment, but with curiosity. They want to know how you kept going. They want to know how you still shine after being smeared. The truth is, your strength came from being forged in silence. The very darkness they threw over your name became the womb for your transformation. Type Amen to get blessing 5858. Let them whisper, let them watch. Their time to speak has passed. Now it is your time to be witnessed in truth and glory. The one who tried to destroy your character will carry your name in their regret. Every time they remember your kindness, they will feel the weight of their betrayal. And nothing they do will silence the truth anymore. Their schemes are falling apart. People are pulling away. And now, they are learning that what you send out always returns multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. You are not just being vindicated. You are being reintroduced. Your name is becoming a banner of light, a symbol of endurance, a reflection of truth. You were never meant to stay in the shadows of someone else's lies. Your silence was not weakness, it was sacred protection. And now, the universe has decided to speak on your behalf. Archangel Michael says, they pierced your name, but heaven healed it. They silenced your truth, but heaven amplified it. And now, the glory is unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Even the ones who said nothing while you were being attacked are now realizing they were wrong. Their eyes are opening slowly. Their hearts are aching with regret. You will see them in your notifications, in your messages, trying to reconnect. Not all of them deserve access. This new level is not open to everyone. You didn't go through fire to sit in old places. You are now seated in heavenly favor. And that favor will not be shared with those who cheered during your storms. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. What they thought was your breakdown became your breakthrough. The lies didn't ruin you, they revealed your true support. And that's the greatest gift you didn't ask for. The person who crafted your false story is now trying to hide. But truth follows. And truth doesn't knock politely, it bursts the door open. Your glow is loud now. Your voice has weight. Your presence carries proof that heaven defends the honest. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. They painted you as something you're not. And some believed it, until now. Because now the energy around you has shifted, and people can feel that something is off in the other person's story. You never needed revenge. You never needed to scream. All you needed was patience, and now, it's rewarding you publicly. They created the storm, but you became the rainbow. They tried to bury you, but didn't realize you were a seed. And now they'll have to sit in the audience as you bloom in spaces they never expected. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. Their betrayal will echo louder than your silence ever did. They were warned through conscience, but they ignored it. Now, even those they fooled are stepping back, questioning everything. You are rising, and they are sinking. And nothing you do can save them now. The divine has already issued the verdict. Archangel Michael says, stand still. Don't react. Watch the exposure happen with calm power. You are the storm now, but it's a storm of truth and revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 4949. Let this be your closure. Let this be the moment you detach from the need for validation. The truth has spoken, and it has cleared your name with divine precision. You were always enough. They tried to edit your light, but now they're being erased from your story. You survived the worst chapter, and now, you write the rest. Let their regret be their lesson. Let your peace be your power. Because the next doors opening for you cannot be closed by anyone's lies ever again. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The energy that once broke you now fuels your rebirth. Your name is sweet again. Your heart is whole again. Your spirit is no longer in hiding. They will say, I didn't know the truth. But the truth was always there. They just chose comfort in lies over courage in honesty. And now you get to choose. Who stays? Who goes? Who gets access to the new you that rose from ashes? Type Amen to get blessing 1515. You will glow differently now, not for attention, but from restoration. The glow of someone who made it through every trap and kept their soul intact. They wanted you humiliated. Instead, you became holy. They wanted you erased. Instead, you became elevated. You never even had to retaliate. The light simply exposed what their darkness couldn't hide anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 9292. People will come to you now with stories. Stories of what they heard. Of what was said. Of who repeated it. Let them speak. Let them explain. But don't let them back in if they didn't stand with you when it mattered. You are no longer that broken version of yourself. You are rebuilt. Renewed. Reinforced by divine armor. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. You will be congratulated in places they tried to keep you out of. They'll see your smile on screens they once blocked you from. They'll hear your name attached to goodness and they won't know how to swallow it. And still, you won't gloat. Because your elevation isn't personal, it's prophetic. It was always written. Let them carry their own weight now. Let them explain their own choices. You are done. Type Amen to get blessing 8181. They will search for the old version of you, the one they used to manipulate and twist. But that version no longer exists. What exists now is a giant cloaked in grace. A giant with wisdom. A giant with protection. A giant who learned that silence can be louder than war. Archangel Michael says, you don't even need to speak for your story to be told right this time. Because heaven is the storyteller now. Type Amen to get blessing 999.